Hello everybody, this is Taff coming in with another Taff's Word. Doing it from my car because I've had no time to do it at home this week so far. A bit of a busy week. I got a last week in work before I actually break up for Christmas. I booked myself a cheeky week's holiday so I could have a longer Christmas period off. Very smart, I know. But I've actually managed to get myself 30 minutes to work on this now. I wanted to put something out there as soon as I could, basically following the weekend. The unfortunate but fortunate game against Carlisle. So if I just dive straight into that to start with, obviously we played Carlisle, we were winning 1-0 at half time, we were looking quite sound defensively up until half time, then we came out, within a few minutes we were 2-1 down, and then obviously we got the equaliser from a fantastic free kick from Matty Dolan. Then more bad defending led to them going 3-2 up, until an even better free kick from Matty Dolan rescued the point. But the main point of this is that we gave 3 poor goals away. As we've done all season so far, we've given a lot of poor goals away. And I think you're always going to get individual errors, you're always going to get a little bit of sloppiness at the back. It's just common in football. But the sloppiness that we've created on such a regular basis is basically the difference between us being in 12th place currently and what could be in the top 3 right now. Because personally, I feel of all the teams that we played, I think we've pretty much played everybody once. I think we've only got 1 or 2 to play now. I think, well, we played Cambridge already, but we haven't played them in the league yet. We play them Saturday. We've obviously got Lincoln coming up. I think then, after Lincoln, I think that's everybody played. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's many teams we played who we can categorically say are actually better than us. Luton, possibly, I could say, are better than us. Exeter, I felt we edged the game there, except for the last sort of 20 minutes. But other than that, Notts County could only, pardon me, I've had a really bad cold, well, head cold the last few weeks, and it's escalated this week as well. Apologies for no live stream, it was because of that. It's because the ear problems have come back. And I was in agony on Monday night, so I just couldn't do the live stream. I do apologise, but like I was saying, Notts County needed us to go down to 10 men to be better than us. I think we've been our own worst enemy in an awful lot of places. But saying that, I think after January, if Flynn plays it right in the transfer market, we will end up with the squad that could push for promotion. I really think we could. Whether promotion would be a good thing or not right now, I mean, I can't imagine promotion being a bad thing as such. We just need to adapt to a higher division. Will we get promoted? I don't think we will. But to be pushing for playoffs will be a fantastic season, considering the 2 that we've just had. So, happy if we can push on. Happy if we can just stay in the top half. If we can stay in the top half, that is an absolutely massive success. Considering, obviously, our position 22nd and 22nd for 2 years. This year, if we can finish in the top 10, that would be out of this world. And that's how it should be seen. Completely out of this world. Unbelievable. Great. I think if we finish top half, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, to be honest with you, to not have a 2 as the first digit on our position, unless we finish second, would be an achievement, because it's improvement. You know, it's progress. And with Flynn as manager, he's got an idea of what he wants to do with the team and the squad. He's building towards that. He has inherited some players. He's brought some of his own in. I think there's players he's inherited which he wants to keep. There's players he's inherited which he doesn't want to keep. Unfortunately, Sean Rigg looks like he's one of them, which I'm particularly disappointed with, because I think Sean Rigg has been a great player for us. I think he's got an awful lot more to offer. But if Flynn doesn't see it, then he doesn't see it. It's unfortunate, but it's football. So I hope he gets a chance to prove himself before. Pardon, no, absolutely terrible with it. So I hope he gets a chance to prove himself again before he eventually would end up moving on. Moving on to something of a more personal sort of note. For those of you who know me, and I used to go on the bus with the Riverside Tavern lads, formerly the Royal Mail. Now it's from either the Ivy Bush or the Cross Keys it goes. If you have ever been on that bus, you'll obviously remember our driver, Gareth Wiltshire. Absolutely quality bloke. Let you get away with murder on the bus, to be honest with you. He's absolutely great. He is really, really nice bloke. Really great bloke to talk to. I've always spoken to him on a personal level an awful lot. So this is why this is such a personal thing for me. Gareth, obviously, he lost his wife, unfortunately, just the other week. I think it was on the Sunday we actually played Cambridge. And I got to be fair to say I was gutted for him would be an absolutely understatement, and devastated for the guy. Well, obviously the boys took him on a stag do when we played Yeovil a couple of years ago, and he's been married, I think it's only about 13, 14 months, and the poor guy's lost his wife now. He was always there for us to take us to away games. He was always there to make sure we got there and got home safely, even with all that shenanigans going on in the back. He was always there for us, and I'm actually really, really gutted that, because today is his wife's funeral, and there's a bunch of the lads who are going on the bus. I've just been to see them now before coming here. I'm waiting outside one of the branches to open for me to go and do some work. I went to see them, and I'd love to be going with them. I just got a very important customer appointment to go to today, and it's something that I can't reschedule, otherwise I'm going to lose something big if I try rescheduling it and trying to get the day off. But I really wish I could have been going with them, but I just want to wish him all the best today, basically. I mean, for those of you who know him, you know he's an absolutely amazing bloke. Really, really nice guy. For those who don't know him, well, that pretty much sums him up. He is a really, really top bloke, and obviously I wish him all the best today. And fair play to the boys who are actually going. Being able to go there and give him some support from our lot is great. It's absolutely great. Anyway, back to the county. So coming up now, we got Cambridge away on the weekend, and I tell you something, obviously, because we won in the cup, they're going to be gunning for us. So we got to be ready for a big performance from them. I mean, we got a big performance from them, and you could tell that they were. I think Cambridge were at their best. Looking at their players, I don't think any of the players could have given any more, but we needed it more than them. They had their big cup game just a couple of years ago against Man U. They made a fortune. They built the infrastructure of their club on the back of it. They've upped their playing budget and everything. We need it now. And I think Leeds is something of a winnable game. It's not going to be easy. Obviously, they're going to be heavy favourites, but it's one of those things where you can't really rule us out of it. I think we have a chance, is basically what I'm saying. But Cambridge, like I say, they're going to be gunning for us, so I expect that they're going to come at us with their best like they did. So we need to be at our best again to beat them. I think we got Josh Labardi, who, as it turns out, Josh Labardi, with the Cambridge game, was meant to be suspended if it wasn't for the fact that they dropped all the yellow cards after 19 games. He would have been suspended for that game, and he was the difference. So I can't imagine how that game would have gone if he'd been out. But we got him again for the weekend, and he could well be the difference again. There's a lot of players who are doing a lot of good for the county at the moment. There's a few players who had the odd hiccup here and there, but we know they're good enough to bounce back, especially Joe Day. Now, Joe Day has come under some immense criticism following the Carlisle game. I mean, we all know his kicking ain't great, but I think it's getting better. So you got to give him time to work on that a little bit. His command of the area has always been a sticky thing. That's getting better, and I've visibly noticed it. The thing is, right, when Joe Day does something good, it gets instantly forgotten about. Oh, well done, clap, clap, clap. That's it, gone. When he does something bad, straight on the Facebook, oh, Joe Day, you shit, Joe Day, you shit. And that's the thing, I can't stand it when people pick on the negatives of a player so much, and they forget the good things that they've done. Joe Day's command of his area has been immense this season, but like I say, he's had a couple of off days, a couple of hiccups. It's not a massive deal, because we're doing well as a club, and goalkeepers have off days. Thankfully, he had an off day against Carlisle and we still managed to get the draw in the end. We got the point. You know, he's had 1 or 2 off days elsewhere. Sometimes our defence have just had off days, like Barnet, for example. Barnet was a defensive off day. Players have off days. Frank Newblay's had off days, but he's had really, really good days. Amon's had off days and it's cost him his place in the starting lineup. But he's also had really, really good days. I think consistency is the key. Playing with the same intensity and the same consistency every week. But the thing is, it's difficult to do that because tactically we have to change things around. Because if you want to beat someone, you have to beat them. You can't just go out there expecting to play your own way and them not being able to figure you out. You got to figure them out too, and bank on the fact that they're going to be working on your strengths to try and take your strengths away from you, and at the same time you got to take their strengths away from them. You've got to play each game according to the team that you're actually playing. You've got to know how they play and how they operate, so you can counter what they're doing and exploit their weaknesses. And it takes a manager who really works at his job to be able to do that. And Flynn, he's still learning. He hasn't had a full season under his belt, but already, on paper, he's one of our most successful managers in win ratio already. It just goes to say, doesn't it? He's learning. He's still winning games, and he's still learning. And that the losses are things he'll learn from. The draws that we should have won are things that he'll learn from. And he'll get better and better and better. And as long as he doesn't get poached from us, we're going to have a manager that's going to keep us competitive for a long time. We're into a new era now. And people have got to get on board with that. People have got to stop swiping at the board of directors, who at the same time are learning themselves. They're going to be joined in the new year now by 5 new guys. And those 5 new guys are talking about the changes that they're going to make. It's like, well, you're in for a bit of an eye-opener when it comes to going onto that board. I'm going to show you. And I'm sure a lot of you have got a lot to offer. But when it comes to it, no, it's not going to be an easy thing. And then I think you may appreciate how hard the guys who are currently on the board have had it, trying to get us to where we are now. It's no walk in the park. You can't just click your fingers and just say, bang. Oh, by the way, I can't click my fingers. I don't know how to do it. But you can't just do that and then just say, there you go, there's a Football League standard club for you. It takes work. It takes identifying the areas that you're currently failing on and working on them individually to make sure you're getting there on each sort of area. Like Alex Tunbridge put out in the last support meeting what they're currently failing on. They know what they're doing wrong. You've got to give them the chance to work on it. It's like people are moaning about the club shop again. Unfortunately, the club shop haven't been able to get calendars because it's going to cost too much to get them in, and because not enough people buy them. Like, well, fair enough. I mean, personally, I think it would have been worth the risk because at the moment the activity in the club shop is a lot higher than it used to be. So if it didn't do well last year while the club was doing shit, then maybe it would do well this year while the club is doing well. And you know, you're going to have a lot of indirect sales then as well. People going in, oh, I'm going to go in and get my calendar. Oh, but what I mean, I might get that and that and that. So that's another thing people need to think about. There's a lot of things that the club shop could be doing better, but what we've got to understand is that the current team are doing better than previous teams, except for when it was over Spitty Park and when Mick was in charge. Since we lost Mick, it's not been good until now. It's good, but it could be better, and they know it could be better. They're working on it. They're working on the relationship with the supplier of the kit and everything like that. So things there are going to get better. Just try and be, instead of piling onto the problem, find a way of being part of the solution maybe, or just sit back and actually let the people whose duty it is to do this job do it without any further duress on them. So, you know, I'm saying people have the right to complain when things aren't going right, and that's fair enough. But all I'm saying is to cut these people a little bit of slack and let them get on with it. And I'm sure at some point they'll get it all sorted out. So just don't push and add to the list of things they've got to get through. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, club's doing well. Christmas is just around the corner, and I'm going to say 2013 is shaping up to do 2013. Fucking hell, what that was a great year. 2017. I want it to end on a high, of course, but I gotta say 2017 will be one of the big years in Newport County folklore, honestly. 2017, great year. Anyway, I will be putting out more vlogs beforehand, so I won't go saying Merry Christmas and everything now. But anyway, I'll just say the usual thanks for watching, guys, and until the next time, cheerio for now, up the county, and all the best today, Gareth. Cheerio.